the double, hence 2, dumbbell swing. Let's watch Coach James do 2 reps. Surprise, it looks exactly like the regular dumbbell swing, only we now have 1 dumbbell per hand. As a result of the larger mass that we're dealing with, you're going to find that you may want to bring them lower so that you have more space for those dumbbells. However, don't trap into this thinking. When we go lower, when those dumbbells end up below the knee, we end up loading our low back, and that's not what we are going for here. You should not feel your low back at all from dumbbell swings, whether it's 1 or 2. We want to load up the back side of the legs. You're gonna feel this a lot in your legs and lungs and a little bit in your grip. So we need to make sure that the forearm makes contact with the inside of your thigh. James is gonna start with his dumbbells out in front of him, otherwise you just end up deadlifting him. This is unlike any other movement we do. We're not trying to keep them between the feet. You want them out in front so that he can get a good solid hike and get it high into his hip. So all he's thinking about here is forearm to inner side of thigh. There we go. To keep it high, you need to delay bringing them down, delay your bend over as you bring them down. So if he bends over right away and sends his hip back, then they go low again. See that? Versus stand up. If he stays standing, lets his arms come down to his hip and then bends over, they're nice and high. Let's go ahead and see a rep. A good one. So they're high, and then he waits to bend over. From here, we're going to think about having really strong arms. Yes, they are just straps, making sure that they don't fly everywhere, but now that we have 2 objects, we must guide them where they need to go, and you need to be really strong in through here. So having that strong upper back, strong armpit's gonna keep you feeling confident as you bend forward, but it's also gonna keep you in connection with that dumbbell as you guide where it needs to go. So right now, he's just gonna go to chest height, but he's thinking, you can see him get that tension out as he's bending forward. Excellent. Now our try hard tip is getting some height on these dumbbells and going from the chest up to overhead. Go ahead and show us about 3 to 4 reps where he's gonna get progressively higher and work on getting them all the way locked out with a straight arm overhead. Now, James did an excellent job here of getting his arms to parallel and look like each other. But oftentimes when you're getting your first weights up overhead, or if they're heavier, you'll find that they want to go at opposite speeds. Your strong arm is really confident getting there and your weak arm isn't quite so sure. So once you've identified which one is lagging behind, take all of your thought into that arm and know that your strong arm will follow along, but you don't even have to think about it. It will just catch up with the rest. Those are your durability and try hard tips.